Hello, and welcome back to But Nobody Told Me After 65. Yesterday I gave you a disclaimer about my eyes being red. They're clearing up. But I want to thank I'd like to thank the new viewer who commented on my mustache. I'm glad you like it. Just for you. So, let's finish up. We want to talk about some more internet terms. I think we might have left off with the router. And then I'm going to tell you about phishing, smishing, and vishing. Really. A router or the router modem combination is a hardware device that acts as a traffic cop. I think we talked about that. And it sends network signals to your house. Okay, ISP is an internet service provider. Whoever provides your internet, provides your cable, so that you can get on the internet, and that's what we pay for. We don't pay for a lot of the things out on the internet, and I was sort of surprised, but I know why. Because if you have 1,000,000 people, and those 1,000,000 people all pay you a penny, even a nickel, you're making a significant amount of money. So they can afford to what we think is give away something when they're not really giving you anything. We all know that free ain't free. So email. Email is electronic email. Electronic. And it is sending and receiving of typewritten messages from one screen to another, from one entity to another. Email is usually handled by a webmail service such as Gmail, Yahoo, AOL Mail, Microsoft, Outlook, Apple. Whew, the list goes on and on. But you get the idea. Most of us are familiar now with email. Most of us. And I think we're handling it pretty good. I can tell you that the internet and the things that make life easy is making me stupid. I used to know numbers. I could call them off. I knew phone numbers, people's addresses. I can't remember anything now. I just pick up the phone and tap your picture. Pretty much that's how it works for me now. So I'm really not using the old gray matter like I used to. And I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should constantly be sharpening our tools. And we're not sharpening them when we I can't even remember my daughter's phone number. I have to look it up. So, spam. Let's talk a little about spam. Spam is a jargon name for unwanted and unsolicited emails. Spam mail comes in two main categories: high volume advertising and then the other one is hackers. Hackers trying to lure you into giving them your passwords and stuff. And then the high volume advertising just keeps coming over and over and over again. So annoying. And I had given you information where you could go and sign up for not to receive them anymore, the calls and what have you. It said 30 days. Now, I signed up. It hasn't been 30 days yet, so I'll get back to you. I am getting maybe less phone calls because that's what was getting on my nerves. And actually, I think the volume of spam kind of mail, I think that volume hasn't changed. But I usually go to wherever that email is. If there's an unsubscribe, it's a little complicated to get off to find it even. That's the first thing. And then to get off of these email addresses or these email things that they have. But once you find it, it immediately takes you off of their mailing list. So anyway, to protect yourself against hackers who want your personal information, be suspicious of everything. Anything that comes into your email, anything that comes to you in a text message, question it. Your bank is never going to ask you for your password. The guy in Nigeria doesn't need your bank account number. And Amazon isn't giving you free $50 gift certificates. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. If you're unsure, don't click on the link. Come out and immediately call your bank. Go to call Amazon, wherever it is, to validate that information. Now let's talk about social media. This is what we're doing right here. Social media has become a demigod. It is huge all over the place. I just recently became a social media influencer, if you will, somebody who's on here, only because I was always doing this most of my life. And if I can do it and reach a broader network of individuals, then so be it. But this is what I'm built for. I do research. I question things, and I like to dig down until I get the answer. Social media is a broad term for any online tool that enables users to interact with thousands of other users. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn. Again, the list goes on and on and on. But social media sites offer free accounts. The accounts are free. And then when you select the one that interests you, ask your friends and family which ones they belong to. That's usually how it works. The better ones have more people. As with all things that are internet related, protect your personal information. Get a tool. Norton has one that protects your personal information. You gotta have that, and you can look into that. Somebody can help you with that if you're not familiar. And certainly, on another day, I'll go through it and tell you about some of those protections that are out there. E-commerce. E-commerce is electronic commerce, the transaction of selling and buying online. Every day there are billions of dollars transacting over the internet. And I can tell you, Amazon, they are the truth. Amazon is everywhere. Amazon can get you anything. I mean, it's your go-to place. Internet shopping has exploded in popularity. Traditional brick and mortar stores are declining. They will probably become dinosaurs. I mean, when's the last time you saw a payphone? A typewriter? A real typewriter? Yeah. They are becoming obsolete. Every well-known retailer, and some that are not well-known, have a website that they can showcase and sell their goods. Practically everybody has one. E-commerce works reasonably well because they use HTTPS. That's the secure one. Secure web pages that encrypt your personal information. HTTPS. We talked about that yesterday. Now, let me tell you a little bit, not a whole lot, about encryption and authentication. Encryption is a mathematical scrambling of data so that it's hidden from nosy folks, people who might want to steal it. Encryption uses complex math formulas to turn private data into meaningless gobbledygook that only a trusted reader can unscramble. Okay? Encryption is the basis for how we use the internet as a pipeline to conduct trusted business. Now, authentication is directly related to encryption. Authentication is the complex way that computer systems verify that you are who you say you are. I know I've been recently doing two-factor authentication. If I use my biometrics, which is my finger, if I use my biometrics, it's also asking me for, the last four of my passcode. It is twice as annoying, but it's a necessary annoyance. You know about downloading. If you're downloading something that you find on the internet, you're downloading it onto your device. And I think for today, that might be enough. I'll put them in the description and you can, one by one, pull them up out on Google somewhere and check them out. But I do want to, this is a public service announcement. I told you I live in this really great community. And as you can see, I have my head wrap on today. We did a Black History program for which I had a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation that I was going to do. Well, needless to say, when it got time for me to get the equipment, nobody was available. People had gone on vacation, had gone away. I had met with an individual on Friday who told me that I could get that that I could get that equipment, and it didn't happen. And to tell you the truth, I was hurt. However, who was supposed to be there was there. I just really thank those people who showed up from the bottom of my heart. We ended up looking at maybe about a 10 or 15 minute PowerPoint presentation from my Mac. And I had a Bluetooth speaker that I was able to play the music out of. And all was not lost. We had black eyed peas and cornbread, and another resident made some greens, and another resident, she cooked cake. And we had a good time. We had a dialogue. We talked. That's what's needed. And even though I was disappointed that I was not treated the way I thought I should have been, I've seen other events here. I've seen birthday parties. We've had a wake here, different things. I'm just very disappointed in the lack of continuity when it comes to across the board. Just be fair. And if I were a property manager and I knew a resident was having an event, I would check on them just to make sure everything's going okay. I didn't need anything from them with the exception of the equipment. But again, I serve a mighty God. That's me. And he always makes provisions. So, thank you for listening. Again, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this information, share this channel with someone else. And remember, you don't know what you don't know. Thanks for listening.